The Mapogo Lion Coalition was a band of male South African lions that controlled the Sabi Sand region in Kruger National Park. The coalition became infamous for their sheer power and strength in taking over and dominating an area of approximately 70,000 hectares, 170,000 acres. Let's learn interesting stories about them. It is believed the Mapogos killed in excess of 100 lions and cubs in a little over a year. The statistics may be higher given their coverage of such large territories. At its peak, the coalition consisted of 6 males: the leader Makulu, Rasta, Dreadlocks, or Scar, Pretty Boy, Kinky Tail, and Mr. T. The Mapogo Coalition originated from Mala Mala from what was called the Airfield Pride, or Sparta Pride, and moved into the western sector in 2006. The Mapogo lions followed a recent trend in the Sabi Sand Reserve of Megapride male lion coalitions. The 5 related brothers were sired by a similar Megapride coalition of 5 male lions. In their quest to dominate the area, the 6 lions killed approximately 40 other lions, which included many cubs, females, and rival adult males. The oldest Mapogo male, Makulu, is believed to be unrelated to the other 5 lions. The story is that the original Sparta Pride lost a male subadult of 20 to 21 months of age in May or June 2000, and in July 2000, this male of about the same age latched onto the original pride. As a result, Makulu was naturally bigger in size than his fellow brothers. Though not readily accepted by the lionesses, the West Street males tolerated him and didn't kill him, even though typically intruding males of his age would be chased off or killed. Field experts believe a likely reason for his acceptance into the pride was because he may have been the offspring of one of the West Street males and a lioness from another pride, therefore making him the Mapogos' half-brother. In the first months of 2006, the 5 subadult lions and Makulu left their pride. They now had to fight for themselves, but by sticking together, they increased their survival chances. Whilst living among themselves, the lions learned to be successful hunters. As they grew in size and experience, they were able to take down large prey such as hippos, young rhinos, and even giraffes. According to Dave Salmoni, successfully taking down Cape buffalo was their key to success. During the buffalo hunts, Kinky Tail, also called Shaka, and Mr. T, also called Satan, were often observed being more aggressive in bringing down the buffalo. Rise of the Mapogo Coalition. The Mapogos' first pride clash was in 2006. The Mapogo lions entered the northern Sabi Sand, which was ruled by 4 dominant males. Immediately upon arrival, the Mapogos managed to kill one of the males, and the remaining 3 were driven off. With the Ottawa Pride's male lion driven off, 3 lionesses and 11 cubs remained. Due to the male lion's natural instincts, the 6 Mapogos quickly found and killed all 11 Ottawa cubs, with reports of Mr. T even eating some of the cubs, despite cannibalistic behavior in lions being uncommon. With all competition eliminated, the Mapogos had successfully controlled 8 prides. They were the dominant male coalition of Sabi Sand and killed more than 100 lions from the neighboring prides during their rule. Split in the Mapogo Coalition. Despite ruling a large territory, the Mapogo Coalition wasn't functioning smoothly due to internal rivalry. Many fights often broke out with the leader Makulu and Mr. T. A closely contested clash then happened with Mr. T and Makulu, in which Makulu managed to grab and bite Mr. T's legs and win the encounter. After this fight, it was observed that Mr. T and Kinky Tail broke off from their 4 brothers and headed east to control the northern part of the territory. Mr. T and Kinky Tail were then seen patrolling and guarding their territory for 2 years, managing to fight off other rival lions. However, in June 2010, a coalition of 5 male lions named the Majingilanes entered in Mapogo territory to take over. The 5 males were witnessed scent marking and roaring loudly near the Mapogos territory. In a buffalo hunt, Kinky Tail and Mr. T were able to isolate the youngest of Majingalane males who was on lookout and began chasing him. Soon they caught the intruder, and Mr. T bit down on the male's neck, Kinky Tail ripped apart the male's groin area, inflicting tears and bleeding. The Majingalan male tried to fight back. Eventually, Kinky Tail and Mr. T managed to break the 5th Majingalan lion's spine, and he was left immobilized and left to die a few hours later. Kinky Tail's death. Later that same night, a filming crew witnessed the 4 remaining younger Majingalani lions on the move. 2 of them were exposed to Kinky Tail, who immediately charged on them all by himself. They ran with Kinky Tail on their tail, and the remaining 2 Majingalani lions came up behind Kinky Tail. Without the experience of being afraid of anything, Kinky Tail attacked all 4 of them by himself. Eventually, on a dirt road, under a cloud of dust, the 4 Majingalanis had pinned down Kinky Tail. The 4 males immediately started to bite and rip apart Kinky Tail. One lion was biting at his neck, another at his back. The 3rd bit off Kinky Tail's testicles and genitalia. The Majingalanis managed to successfully snap Kinky Tail's spine, thus immobilizing him and leaving him with 0 chance of survival. Mr. T eventually arrived and attempted to rescue and fight off the Majingalanis, but was outnumbered and outmaneuvered and forced to flee. 2 Majingalanis attempted to track Mr. T, but were unsuccessful and returned to kill Kinky Tail. The 4 lions had started eating most of Kinky Tail's hind legs and his entire tail. He was seen taking his last breath while being eaten alive. During the altercation, Mr. T attempted again to save his brother. However, still injured from the previous encounter, his attempt was to no avail, and he again fled. Majingalan lions took over the territory and the pride of the 2 defeated lions. Mr. T returned to the rest of the coalition. He had not been part of the breeding in the Singita area and proceeded to kill all the cubs in the Western Bloc. This earned him the nickname Satan. Over the next 3 years, another 2 coalition members disappeared without trace, Scar and Rasta. The end of the Mapogo's reign. Finally, in 2012, the strong Southern pride clashed with the Mapogos once again, and this time they had the advantage. The Mapogos ran retreating to the savanna property. To rebuild their strength, they hunted the large herd of buffalo in the area. On one such buffalo kill, the Southern pride managed to relocate them. The Southern pride males managed to split the Mapogos and went after Mr. T. They finally caught him on the Mackenzie Cut Line near Savannah's western boundary. The one Mapogo lion was no match for the 4 young Southern pride males. They paralyzed him by biting through his spine and then proceeded to tear him apart. Following Mr. T's death, the last remaining Mapogos, Makulu, and Pretty Boy had to leave their territory to Saladas, fought a coalition of 2 Kruger males, Freddy and Limper, to occupy their territory and were driven off their territory. One of the Kruger males, Limper, later died due to injuries from Makulu. They were sighted in 2012 side by side, entering the Kruger National Park through the gate attributed to Paul Kruger. The remaining 2 were once again seen feeding on a buffalo in October or November 2012. In January 2013, Makulu was seen for the last time alone at Mala Mala, neighboring his old haunt, the Sabi Sand Reserve. At this point, he was almost 15 years old and largely exceeded the average male lion life expectancy. The Mapogo's reign is officially over. Daniel Huertas directed the documentary Brothers in Blood, The Lions of Sabi Sand, which was released in 2015 in the UK. The documentary summarized the 16-year span of the rise and eventual fall of the Mapogo Coalition. The documentary aired as an 8-episode series in the United States on Animal Planet. That's the end of my clip. Thanks for watching. See you again.